we are seeing continued slowing of Russian progress. As you can see on the map, there actually hasn't been much change from last week. So this is definitely going to be a shorter episode. One of the biggest things that I think was going to happen is Mariupol is still not taken by Russian forces, which is just an incredible testament to the resilience of the Ukrainian defenders. So let's start up here at the top. We saw a little movement here. Not much. A little movement around here. Not much though. Again, Russian forces moved here. Again, still not much. Little movement here, but mostly what we're seeing is stuff like this, where Russian forces just move to like the nearby town, slightly branching off of where their forces already are. We're not seeing any major moves towards cities. This is what we're mainly seeing, stuff like this. Russian forces are already here, but hey, since we're already here, might as well go and attack this town that is loosely defended. A little movement down here. Oh, we saw a little bit more movement down here. Russian forces have gone here, and they're doing a pincer movement over this city. But the majority of the movement we're seeing is in this area right here, between Mariupol and the North Donbass. We're seeing a little movement down here, and this movement is where we're seeing the largest amount of movement by Russian forces. Little movement this way, but a lot of its forces are moving towards Mariupol to try to take that city finally. These two areas are trying to connect together. So you see these forces. This force is probably going to head along here, take this city, and then move here and connect like there. These forces are going to try to connect along here soon. This force is heading up northward. One of the things you haven't seen is any movement up this way towards Zaporizhzhia. I'm definitely saying that wrong. This might be due to Russia not wanting to engage in any other major sieges and really focus more on taking the cities it's already besieging, instead of trying to engage in more sieges, spreading out their siege or their strong forces around the world. One movement we have seen by the Ukrainians, though, is a counterattack here. Russian forces were a little bit closer to here, but Ukrainian forces have pushed them back. This is just a defensive maneuver, making sure Odessa is safe from siege for a little bit longer. But really, we haven't seen much other movement. Russian forces have really stalled. This is likely due to a combination of Russian forces trying to really concentrate on attacking these major cities, and less on just mass mobilizing across massive areas, but also continued logistical problems. So what you're seeing is some of the largest movements are along these areas where there's better supply routes, because Russia's already been here for a while. While we're seeing less movements up here where there's cities are still holding out and they're overstretching their lines to get here. Though I've seen some maps have Russia already controlling this area, and some maps just have them advancing through this area, but not concretely under their control. And so you're just not seeing much movement. So this leaves the prediction market pretty bare. I don't think, I've said this for the past 2 weeks, I don't think Mariupol will make another week. And I don't think they'll make it another week again. On the peace talk angle, maybe you'll see a little bit more out of, we might see some more humanitarian corridors, though Zelensky said they had not worked very effectively, so you might, you will most likely see Ukraine asking for more corridors or larger corridors, and depending on how much pressure Russia is feeling to provide these corridors, you'll see them maybe accept them, maybe they won't. But other than that, there isn't much else to predict. Other than, when do I think the war will end? I've been saying between June and July. I'm not 100% sure about that anymore. Maybe we might see it very end of July or August, maybe. I don't think it will happen early July anymore. but I still don't think it will last much longer. Because you could one of the things that's been talked about is some sort of agreement where the Ukraine recognizes the loss of this territory, and those nations become Russian puppets, and that would end the war. But I'm not sure how much Putin would accept any deals like that. But other than that, there's not much to predict for this week, so maybe it'll be a little bit more interesting next week. Hopefully, we'll see more counterattacks like that against Russian forces in week 4.